What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the AEW Unrivaled collection, Rey Fenix. And so here we have Rey Fenix posed and out of the packaging. Now, unfortunately, Rey Fenix doesn't come with anything, which is a little bit of a shame. I would have liked to see interchangeable hands, because he does have a pair of grip hands, but no fists, and I think fists are necessary in wrestling figures. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Rey Fenix, and I think they did a really good job of him. I know some people say Rey Fenix, Rey Fenix. I think it's properly pronounced Rey Fenix, just because of the E, but that's neither here nor there. We do have a really good look of his mask, and you know what? I really do like the way that they designed his head. The head, they did a really good job engineering. The application of the face printing technology is kind of spotty in some places. You can see he has some pink on his teeth, and it does look like his tongue is a little bit out of line, but that's sculpting, not paint wise. But overall, it looks pretty good. I do like it. The way they implemented the face printing technology is that they printed on his face, then applied his mask. His mask is a rubber overlay, which is glued on. Thankfully, it's not popping off anywhere. So I do like the fact that he has the face printing underneath his mask, and they did a really good job of hiding it. Although it kind of does look like his mask is a little bit off-centered, as you can see. It doesn't quite line up with his face, and I think that's what's throwing me off. Something about it just isn't sitting 100%, but I still like the way it came out. The blacks and the whites look really nice along with the silvers. I think they did a fantastic job with the silver paint. Just look at right here, all those little swirls that they got in there. That's beautiful detail. I really do like that. And then on the back of his mask, you can see the Phoenix right here on both sides. And again, just the detailing right there looks good. They got his little tassels right here. Well, it's not really tassels. It's like little hairs. That is a soft plastic, so I do like that. And then one thing I really do love about Rey Fenix is that he is full of detail. Like, everywhere you look, there's tattoos, and those tattoos are really nicely done, especially right here on his back. You can see right here on his arm, there's so many tattoos to go over, and if I do miss a few, I do apologize. Just look at the way each one is detailed, and they all look really nice. They're a really nice faded color, the way tattoos would look in person, but there's some that are like really vibrant and colorful, and there are tattoos like that too. We have his dream catcher right here, which looks really nice. It's very, very gorgeous. We have some more tattoos right here on his side. More right here, and you can see some stars right there. On this side, we have more of that, I want to say Celtic knot, but it's not really a Celtic knot, but it does have that same look, and it's done really nicely. We do have another tattoo right here. Just gorgeous amount of detailing just on his tattoos. Even his hand, well, I would say hands, but this hand is taped up, as you can see. His hand has a tattoo right here, which that does look good. So again, Rey Fenix, whatever you want to call him, is chock full of detail, especially the mandala right here. Just very, very nice, and I do like the body that they went with. It's a very nice sculpt, and pretty good on what Rey Fenix would actually look like. He is kind of, well, not kind of, he is really ripped, and this is a really good example. It's not like venomy, veiny ripped. It's just like he works out a lot, and it shows right here. So moving on to the rest of his body, you can see that they do have him with tights on. One thing I do like is that there is somewhat of a sculpt difference between his belt, or not the belt, but the elastic waistband on his tights, and then we have a silver trim right there. Going on to here, we have more whites, more silvers, which look really nice paired together. We do have the Phoenix right here on his legs, which carries over that really nice silver design. I really love the swirls in there. That's done beautifully. I love it. That's such a really nice detail right there, and they did a very good job of emulating that into plastic form. We do have the Phoenix right here on his left knee pad, and then Mexican right here on his right. So overall looks really nice. And then we go on to his kick pads, where there's not a lot of detail, but you can see the padded look to his kick pads. That looks really nice, going all the way down to his foot. We have some more added detail right here with the white. So overall, Rey Fenix here has a lot of detail, and I am really happy on how he came out. Although the mask on mine is a little bit off-centered, that's not taking away anything from this figure. So what we're going to do now is actually get him posed and compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Rey Fenix posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And finally, here we do have Rey Fenix posed next to an AEW Unrivaled Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley. And for one last comparison, here we do have Rey Fenix posed next to the AEW Unrivaled Pentagon Jr. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to his articulation. Now we do have a ball joint here at the head, which doesn't really provide too much up and down movement, but it does provide some, so that is pretty good. Virtually no head tilt, so that isn't really good, unfortunately. He does turn left and right, no problem. He does have a hinge in the neck, which does let him look up to about that far. He can look down about that far. Arms are on ball joints that go all the way up. Really go far. They go past 90, which is really good. He also does swivel all the way around at the shoulder. We have a bicep swivel, which works no problem. Double bend in the elbow. We have a hinge in the wrist, which works going forward and back. And then, of course, that does rotate right there. He does have a ball joint here in the torso, so that does provide a lot of nice movement. He does crunch forward to about there, arcs back about that far, lean side to side, and of course rotation. We do have another ball joint down here at his waist, as you can see. Combining both those joints, he gets really nice crunch forward, really great crunch back, some side to side pivot, and unfortunately most of your rotation is going to be done up here, and this only rotates to about there. If you rotate any further, you will pop his torso off, which is unfortunate. The legs, I still have an issue with how Jazzwares is doing the legs. Once you get them up to there, that's as far as they go forward. When you start moving them up, they start going off at an angle, and that's something I really think Jazzwares needs to improve on. Unfortunately for mine, the left leg is kind of loose. It seems to be getting tighter now that I'm not messing with it, but when I was taking pictures, it couldn't even support its own weight when I was lifting it up. But I don't know, something's going on with this figure that, like I said, it wasn't working. The hip was incredibly loose and wouldn't hold its own weight, even right there, so I have no idea what's going on, but legs do kick out all the way out, no problem. Again, going forward, that's all you get unless you rotate it and it goes off to the side. There we go, now it's loose again. I don't know what's going on with this figure. He does have rotation at the thigh, double bend at the knee, a little bit hindered by his knee pad. Another thing I'm not a fan of is where they place the rotation of his kick pad. They place the kick pad rotation right down the middle of his kick pad, which I'm never a fan of that. Give us a swivel up higher, because that breaks up the sculpt too much, and I'm never a fan of them breaking up the sculpt that much. We do have a hinge in the ankle, which does go back and forward, and then we have forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, Rey Fenix here has some pretty good articulation, and I really do like it. Makes for posing really easy. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the AEW Unrivaled Collection Rey Fenix pose for my final thoughts, and overall I really do like the way he came out. I do have a problem with the amount of accessories he comes with. He comes with nothing, and I do have a problem with that, seeing as how a lot of other companies give us at least an alternate pair of hands with figures. Jazzware needs to really up their game if they're going to be giving these off at $20, because no extra hands and probably a sculpt that they're going to use over and over again. Let's see some alternate hands in this. If not, let's get some accessories, a steel chair, something, just something to give them other than just grip hands, because I think a pair of fists is very, very necessary in terms of wrestling, fighting game characters, and just anyone in general, because you want to pose them with a fist and they have grip hands, and that's not as threatening as a fist. But overall, I think the sculpt is solid on Rey Fenix, and I think the detailing on him is superb, especially with all the tattoos. The Phoenix on it looks really nice with the silver lines. The silver and black lines on it look exceptionally well done. I just feel like they could have given us accessories. Jazzware, if you're watching this video, which I'm pretty sure you guys aren't, give us some more accessories with your AEW Unrivaled figures, because Mattel is giving us alternate hands. I think we need alternate hands with the Unrivaled collection too. If they do that, that'll just be so much better than just giving us nothing. And he's not the only figure to get nothing, and that's a big shame, because I want to see more things with these figures. I know this is barely their second wave, but let's get some more accessories out to these guys, because they absolutely deserve it. Now, if you are looking for the Unrivaled collection, oh, that's pretty hard to come by. The only place I've seen them available is on Ringside Collectibles, and even though they are very sparse, you can get them at a markup. Unfortunately, Ringside Collectibles is marking these up more than what you would expect. They are going for $20 at retail, but I have never seen any AEW figures at Walmart, Target, or anywhere, so Ringside Collectibles is the only place I've been able to get these guys. So if your area is better than mine at distributing these guys, definitely pick them up if you're fans of AEW or the Lucha Bros, because you really do need these in your collection. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other AEW videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.